The streets of hip-hop just erupted into chaos, and the epicenter, a shocking confrontation that no one saw coming. Cam'ron and Mase, two legends who've shaped the game, have just shut down StatBaby in a way so brutal. The internet is still reeling. But that's not all. Whispers, leaks, and insider messages reveal that Doja Cat and Megan Thee Stallion have somehow been dragged into the crossfire of the Klay Thompson and Ja Morant feud. Yes, you heard that right. What started as a casual NBA rumor has exploded into a full-blown celebrity war, spilling across Twitter, Instagram, and every corner of the streets. Screens are glowing with viral clips of heated exchanges. Fans are panicking in comment threads, and memes are spreading faster than wildfire. Leaked DMIs suggest alliances are forming, secrets are spilling, and reputations could be destroyed in a matter of hours. What did StatBaby say to trigger this legendary shutdown? How did two of the most iconic female rappers get pulled into a beef they never asked for? And what does this mean for the fragile egos of Klay and Ja? The city, the fans, and the entire online world are on high alert. Every post, every reaction, every subtle gesture is being dissected again, and then reposted with a vengeance. This is not just gossip. This is history in the making, a chain reaction that promises betrayal, shock, and chaos at every turn. Brace yourselves, because what happens next will change the game forever. You do not want to miss a single moment of this unfolding storm. The moment StatBaby opened his mouth on that ill-fated livestream, no one expected the storm that would follow. A casual comment about Klay Thompson's latest game, a seemingly innocent jab at Ja Morant, had set off a chain reaction so explosive, it felt like the very foundations of hip-hop and NBA celebrity culture were shaking. Within seconds, clips of the video were circulating across every platform imaginable: Twitter, Instagram, TikTok. Each second of StatBaby's smug smirk dissected and replayed as fans tried to process the audacity of what they'd just witnessed. But the real shock came when two of hip-hop's most legendary figures, Cam'ron and Mase, decided enough was enough. They were not going to let this slide quietly. Leaked group chat messages, supposedly from insiders close to Cam'ron, hinted at a brewing fury. This kid has no idea who he's messing with. One message read. Another, sent just minutes before the confrontation, simply said, "We're about to make history." By the time StatBaby realized the heat was coming, it was already too late. Social media exploded as the videos dropped. Cam'ron storming a recording session, Mase appearing seconds later, their words sharp, cutting, and dripping with disdain. Fans were screaming in the comments, memes igniting like wildfire. Every reaction seemed to fuel the next, and soon, hashtags were trending worldwide. Hashtag Cam'ron vs StatBaby. Hashtag Mase strikes back. #HipHop shutdown. Then came the twist everyone had been waiting for. Leaked DMs suggested that Doja Cat and Megan Thee Stallion had been mentioned unwillingly in StatBaby's commentary. Suddenly, what started as a feud between two rappers and a social media influencer became a full-blown celebrity entanglement. Fans speculated furiously. Why would StatBaby bring these female powerhouses into an NBA feud? Was it clout chasing? Was it a hidden agenda? Screenshots of private conversations between industry insiders began circulating, hinting at shock alliances forming, whispers of threats, and emotional breakdowns that had yet to reach public eyes. By mid-afternoon, the city felt the tension everywhere. Cafes, street corners, and car rides were filled with heated debates about the StatBaby incident. Influencers and lesser-known rappers weighed in with fiery tweets, each more audacious than the last. One viral clip showed Cam'ron, voice trembling with rage, confronting StatBaby. "You think you can just run your mouth? Not in my city. Not in my culture." Moments later, Mase entered, cool but visibly furious. His words like daggers aimed directly at StatBaby's credibility. Fans couldn't get enough. The energy was electric, addictive, and terrifying. But the story wasn't contained yet. Insiders revealed that StatBaby had recorded private conversations earlier, supposedly about Klay and Ja, and that these tapes had leaked to the wrong people. Could Cam'ron and Mase have access to these recordings? Were they playing a game of revenge or simply protecting the integrity of their circle? Every post online hinted at hidden betrayals, secret alliances, and emotional manipulation. Comments exploded. Some supported StatBaby, claiming he was just speaking his mind, while others condemned him as reckless and naive, unaware that Doja and Megan had now been dragged into the mess. Then came the meltdown everyone saw coming but hoped wouldn't happen. StatBaby, feeling cornered, went live on Instagram, trying to clarify his statements, but every attempt to explain only dug him deeper. Cam'ron's followers stormed the chat, leaving comments that ranged from fiery warnings to outright insults. Mase's camp leaked a shocking voice note that StatBaby had sent privately, a note that seemed harmless at first, but under scrutiny revealed arrogance and clout-chasing behavior that fans found unforgivable. Screenshots circulated of messages where Stat Baby allegedly mocked Klay and Doja and insinuated things about Doja and Megan. The chaos was now unstoppable. In another twist, fan accounts claiming insider knowledge began posting supposed private conversations between Cameron, Mase, and other hip-hop veterans discussing Stat Baby's behavior. The texts were full of warning tones, hints of retaliation, and threats to expose more unless he publicly apologized. Social media went ballistic. Every viral clip, every meme, every post felt like a ticking time bomb, each one escalating the tension further. Even casual observers who had never followed Stat Baby were now glued to screens, desperate for updates by the evening. The situation escalated further when Doja Cat's team reportedly reached out to Stat Baby, demanding clarification for her name being involved. Simultaneously, Megan Thee Stallion allegedly shared screenshots to her inner circle, expressing frustration that her name was being tied to a feud she had nothing to do with. Rumors began to swirl about potential responses, and the anticipation was almost unbearable. Fans speculated whether Doja and Megan would step into the drama publicly, creating a triple-layered showdown involving NBA stars, hip-hop legends, and viral influencers. And just when it seemed the storm had peaked, another bombshell leaked. A private audio snippet of Klay and Doja discussing Stat Baby's comments. The NBA stars' reactions were mixed: shock, disbelief, and subtle amusement. But one thing was certain: they were now officially aware of the hip-hop controversy dragging in their names. Clips of their conversation made their way onto TikTok, igniting a secondary wave of speculation and outrage. Fans started forming factions online: Team Cameron, Team Mase, Team Stat Baby, and the unintentional team, Doja, Megan. Every like, share, and comment felt like fuel to the fire. The night ended not with resolution, but with a cliffhanger that left the entire internet holding its breath. Leaked texts hinted that Cameron and Mase were planning a final showdown with Stat Baby, something insiders described as unprecedented in hip-hop history. Fans speculated endlessly: would Doja Cat and Megan Thee Stallion finally break their silence? Would Klay or Doja publicly respond? Or would Stat Baby attempt a last-ditch apology that could either save him or make everything worse? Every platform was buzzing with speculation, memes, and heated debate. Ensuring that no one would forget this night anytime soon, the city, the streets, and social media itself were alive with tension. And it was only the beginning. What started as one careless comment had snowballed into a viral, multi-layered scandal touching the NBA hip-hop royalty and viral celebrity culture. Stat Baby's world would never be the same, and neither would the perception of Doja and Megan in this tangled mess. The cameras stopped rolling. The notifications finally slowed, but the suspense remained. A storm had been unleashed, and the next chapter promised even bigger revelations. More betrayals, and a showdown that could change the game forever. Fans knew one thing for certain: this was only Act 1, and nobody would survive unscathed. The morning after the infamous shutdown, the city's social feeds were still ablaze. Screens were filled with reaction videos, memes, and screenshots of leaked DMs that no one had seen coming. Stat Baby, once smug and untouchable, now appeared vulnerable. His phone never stopped buzzing, notifications pouring in from every angle. The sheer volume of outrage, curiosity, and sheer fascination was overwhelming. But the real firestorm was about to ignite. Insider leaks suggested that Cameron and Mase had prepared a plan, something so calculated, so brutal, it could end Stat Baby's credibility forever. By midday, the first bombshell dropped. A private audio clip leaked, supposedly of Stat Baby speaking about Doja Cat and Megan Thee Stallion. The tone was casual, but the implications were catastrophic. Fans dissected every word, some claiming it proved Stat Baby had intentionally pulled the female rappers into a feud for clout. The clip went viral within minutes, triggering a secondary wave of online chaos. Twitter threads exploded, with thousands of fans debating whether Doja and Megan would respond publicly. Some speculated about subtweets, subtle Instagram posts, or even a live confrontation, anything that could turn the heat up another notch. Meanwhile, Cameron and Mase's response escalated. Leaked footage from an unnamed insider showed the two rappers cornering Stat Baby at a studio. Their faces a mixture of fury and disbelief. Cameron's voice was calm but razor-sharp as he recounted Stat Baby's missteps. "You don't just disrespect legends and drag innocent people into your mess," he said. Mase, standing beside him, added in a tone that sent chills through the room. "Some lessons can't be taught online. Some lessons have to be lived." Fans watching the clips online couldn't believe their eyes. This was hip-hop history unfolding live, a mix of raw emotion, authority, and unfiltered wrath. But the twist everyone was waiting for came from Doja Cat herself. Screenshots leaked of her sending direct messages to Stat Baby. a mixture of frustration and warning. Fans speculated wildly. Was she planning a public statement, a viral diss, or something even more dramatic? Meanwhile, Megan Thee Stallion's team quietly confirmed she had received similar messages, and that her response would be measured, yet impactful. The anticipation was electric. The internet collectively held its breath. Every fan theorized what these two powerhouses could do. With speculation running wild in comments, tweets, and TikTok duets, the drama intensified when another layer was revealed. A video snippet of Klay Thompson laughing off Stat Baby's comments began circulating. The NBA star's reaction was subtle but deliberate, a mixture of disbelief and amusement, and fans interpreted every nod, every gesture as a potential escalation or tacit approval of the unfolding chaos. Ja Morant, on the other hand, reportedly privately messaged his team and friends expressing disbelief and concern that his name had been pulled into a celebrity storm he had nothing to do with. Clips of the NBA stars went viral, creating a bridge between sports fans and hip-hop followers. Amplifying the scandal beyond anyone's expectations as the day progressed, Stat Baby attempted damage control. He posted a video, voice shaking, trying to clarify his statements. But the response backfired. Snippets were isolated, manipulated, and re-uploaded with captions framing him as arrogant and reckless. The backlash was instantaneous. Memes mocking his apology flooded feeds, fans dissected his body language, and influencer reactions only added fuel to the fire. Meanwhile, insider whispers suggested that Cameron and Mase weren't done. They were waiting for a final, public blow, something that would solidify the shutdown and end any chance of redemption. Then came the leak that nobody anticipated, a private group chat between Doja Cat and Megan Thee Stallion discussing potential public responses. Screenshots of their messages began circulating online, hinting at a coordinated viral strategy, some subtle jabs, and possible diss tracks. Fans could barely contain their excitement. Every leaked screenshot spawned thousands of retweets, hundreds of viral TikTok edits, and an endless wave of speculation. Could the female rappers actually step into a feud involving NBA stars and hip-hop legends? Would Stat Baby survive the scrutiny? The tension was so thick it felt like the city itself was holding its breath by late evening. Cameron and Maze's influence extended beyond their own social media. Rumors circulated of private phone calls to other influential figures, both within hip-hop and NBA circles. Insiders claimed these calls were designed to pressure Stat Baby further and to ensure that any attempt at public redemption would be controlled and limited. Fans online speculated endlessly. Were these calls legal threats, industry warnings, or simply intimidation? Every leak, every rumor, every clip fueled the growing narrative, amplifying the chaos and cementing this saga as one of the most explosive celebrity scandals of the year. And just when the audience thought the storm couldn't intensify further, a shocking new clip emerged. This one appeared to show Stat Baby in a private meeting, seemingly plotting a counter-response. His demeanor had changed. Calm, calculated, yet desperate. Fans instantly theorized, was he planning to go after Cameron, Mase, Doja Cat, Megan, or even Klay and Ja? Each new post added layers of suspense, ensuring that the drama was now multidimensional, involving rap, sports, and celebrity influence in a way the internet had never seen before. As the night deepened, Twitter was flooded with reactions from every corner of celebrity culture. Influencers, rappers, sports analysts, and fans weighed in, some taking sides, others simply narrating the chaos in real. Memes multiplied exponentially, some depicting Stat Baby's shock, others glorifying Cameron and Maze's legendary shutdown. Meanwhile, whispers of an impending public confrontation or live-streamed showdown circulated, hinting at a moment that could define this scandal forever. By midnight, the situation had escalated to near-mythic levels. Leaked insider messages hinted at Doja Cat and Megan plotting a coordinated public response set to drop the following day, potentially igniting a viral feud that would intertwine NBA drama, hip-hop authority, and influencer chaos. The anticipation was unbearable. Fans were glued to screens refreshing feeds endlessly, desperate for updates, theories, or even just a hint of what was coming. Every second felt like a countdown to a historic event, one that could redefine celebrity feuds in 2025. The night ended with a cliffhanger that left the internet in complete hysteria. Stat Baby, cornered by hip-hop legends, dragged into a scandal involving two of the most influential female rappers, and caught between NBA stars' reactions, no one knew what his next move would be. Cameron and Mase had successfully dominated the narrative, but the stage was now set for a showdown, bigger, more explosive, and more unpredictable than anyone could imagine. Fans, influencers, and celebrities alike were now watching, waiting, and predicting every possible outcome. The tension had escalated from a simple, livestream comment to a multi-layered saga spanning hip-hop, NBA drama, and viral culture. The city, the internet, and fans everywhere knew one thing. The story was far from over, and the next chapter would be even more chaotic, shocking, and unforgettable. The morning sun had barely risen, but the internet was already ablaze. Screens were filled with notifications, tweets, and videos, all pointing to the inevitability of the showdown everyone had been waiting for. Stat Baby's desperate attempts to regain control had only fueled the storm, while Kamran and Mase had positioned themselves as the unshakable arbiters of hip-hop respect. Yet the real wildcard had finally stepped forward: Doja Cat and Megan Thee Stallion. Insider leaks suggested they were coordinating not just a simple post or tweet, but a strategically orchestrated digital strike meant to expose, humiliate, and redefine Stat Baby's entire narrative. Fans were losing their minds. The speculation alone had caused Twitter to crash temporarily. By mid-morning, the first salvo dropped. Doja Cat went live on Instagram, her tone sharp, unflinching, and commanding attention from millions. "Let me make something very clear," she said, voice steady. "I don't get pulled into nonsense I didn't start. Stat Baby, you need to understand who you're dealing with." Clips of her live session were immediately sliced into viral snippets reposted endlessly across every platform. Megan followed shortly after, her livestream dripping with authority and calm rage. Fans speculated she had been carefully rehearsing every line, every subtle gesture, ready to dismantle Stat Baby's credibility while reinforcing her own untouchable status in the rap hierarchy. Meanwhile, Kamran and Mase, already legendary for their shutdown, weren't finished. A leaked audio recording surfaced showing Kamran whispering to Mase, "Watch him crumble. Every move, every post, he'll dig himself deeper." Maze's chuckle was low and ominous. "It's over before it even starts," he said. Fans dissected the recording word by word, debating what exactly was planned next. Every post, every leak, every tiny move seemed calculated to maximize chaos and control the narrative completely. But the real bombshell came from an unexpected source: Stat Baby himself. A private video later leaked showed him pacing in a dimly lit room, visibly stressed, muttering lines that hinted at a counterattack. "They think this is it. They think I'm done. Wait until I drop my side. Wait until the world hears the truth." The clip was short, but fans went wild trying to decode every word. Was this a threat, a planned diss, or an emotional breakdown? Every theory fueled speculation further, with fan factions forming. Some rooting for Stat Baby's comeback, others fearing he was digging an even deeper hole as afternoon hit. The streets and social feeds felt like a live battlefield. Viral edits of Doja Cat and Megan Thee Stallion dominated TikTok, Instagram Reels, and YouTube Shorts. Hashtags like #StatBabyExposed, #DOJAVsStat, #MeganRage, and #HipHopShutdown trended globally. The energy was electric, addictive, and chaotic. Even casual viewers who hadn't followed the story were now glued to their phones, refreshing feeds, and arguing with strangers about who would ultimately emerge victorious. Then came the twist nobody saw coming. Leaked DMs from Stat Baby's close circle suggested an alliance was forming between lesser-known influencers and minor rappers, potentially giving him backup in the coming viral battle. Fans speculated wildly, would this side alliance actually turn the tide? Or was it a desperate, futile attempt to regain clout? Social media exploded with arguments, memes, and reaction duets, each one amplifying the tension and chaos. Every like, share, and comment felt like fuel to an already raging fire by evening. The showdown escalated beyond social media into a near-public confrontation. Stat Baby appeared at a studio session, seemingly planning a public response to Kamran and Mase. While insiders hinted that Doja Cat and Megan might intervene in real time via live streams, coordinated posts, and viral edits, screenshots from private conversations circulated, showing Kamran and Mase discussing the perfect moment to strike, ensuring Stat Baby's counter-response would either fail spectacularly or implode entirely. The stakes had never been higher, and just when it seemed the drama had reached its peak, another unexpected twist hit. A leaked audio clip of Ja Morant surfaced, casually mocking Stat Baby's involvement in the feud. Klay Thompson, however, remained neutral publicly, though insider whispers suggested he was quietly amused and following every viral post. Fans dissected every tone, every laugh, and every pause, the internet collectively holding its breath, waiting for reactions from both NBA stars and rap legends. The crescendo arrived as Doja Cat dropped a scathing post, subtle yet cutting, aimed squarely at Stat Baby. Megan Thee Stallion followed with a video clip, carefully edited, teasing lines that implied Stat Baby's arrogance had gone too far. Fans went insane. TikTok, Twitter, Instagram, all were flooded with analysis, memes, fan edits, and conspiracy theories. Stat Baby attempted to respond, but every post was immediately picked apart, edited, and amplified by fans and influencers alike. His credibility was unraveling in real time, and Cameron and Mase watched from the sidelines, orchestrating the chaos like maestros of an explosive symphony. Late into the night, screenshots leaked from a supposed secret meeting between Cameron, Mase, and industry insiders hinting at further exposure of Stat Baby's private recordings. Every leak added another layer to the narrative, making the situation impossible to ignore. Fans speculated about what would happen next: public apology, full social media meltdown, diss track, or perhaps an unprecedented reveal involving Doja Cat, Megan, and even the NBA stars. By midnight, the storm had reached a fever pitch. Social media platforms were in meltdown. The tension between Stat Baby, Cameron, Mase, Doja Cat, and Megan Thee Stallion had evolved into a viral cultural phenomenon, spanning music, sports, and influencer circles. Every fan had a theory. Every meme was dissected, and every post carried potential repercussions. The internet was watching, analyzing, and amplifying every single moment. And just when it seemed the saga could not intensify further, a final leak hinted at a coordinated live confrontation, involving all parties scheduled for the next day. Fans couldn't believe it. This wasn't just a feud anymore. It had transformed into a full-blown spectacle, a multi-layered drama of hip-hop, celebrity culture, and viral chaos. Every viewer knew one thing: whoever survived this digital and real-life storm would cement their place in history. The night ended with a single, explosive thought lingering in everyone's mind. This wasn't over. It was evolving, escalating, and only the boldest, most calculated moves would survive the next wave. Stat Baby, Cameron, Mase, Doja Cat, Megan Thee Stallion. Each one had a role to play, and the internet was watching, waiting, and ready to explode with every revelation. The saga was now complete. Yet its impact would reverberate across social media, music, and celebrity culture for weeks. Fans, influencers, and celebrities alike were left counting the hours until the next viral moment, fully aware that this was a story they would never forget, a testament to clout, chaos, and the unstoppable force of digital fame.